So when you are ready to do your photo editing, you are going to open a new project. Actually, open from the computer, my bad. Open one of your images that you selected. So what I have here is a nice little picture of some dandelions. But the first thing we're going to do is look at what information is helping the picture versus what information is hurting the picture. So is my subject the two dandelions? Or is it like, I like this dandelion over this one? If it's the two dandelions, then what we need to look at is the information around the dandelions helping? So like this information, this other dandelion, is it distracting or is it adding to? If it's distracting, then you focus in and you take it out. You will see that this will make what's called the rule of thirds grid. So it divides it up into thirds. The goal behind this is that you make your main subject kind of hit one of these little kind of intersections, because then that will cause your picture, basically your subject, not to be dead center, and it'll cause your viewer to kind of want to look at the whole picture. So if you're going to do that, you may want to, again, kind of move it into kind of one of those sections. So it's going to, again, cause your viewer to want to look around the whole area. So I could look at it if it's still a focus on these two. So maybe I'm going to crop it a little tighter. If I don't like that, I can always go back in my history. Maybe I want to look at what if it's just about this one. So again, in that case, it's, again, kind of focus in, expand maybe a little bit. Do I want to keep the rock, maybe lose the rock? So better over here. Do I need to slide it over here? So if it was going to be more about a single dandelion, that would be the way I'd go. So there's cropping. That's the first thing you should kind of do, just to kind of get extra information out that's not helping. Even right now, this little spot up here probably isn't helping, and I probably should actually take it out. So the next little step in editing is look at it, and right now you're in full color. We go to adjustments, look at it also in black and white. Because sometimes you see more things when it's in a value scale, which this is. This one also shows me that in terms of adjustment, it needs a little brightness contrast help. So brightness deals with the amount of light being pushed. So this one needs a little bit more light, but also it needs contrast. If I take contrast away, it dulls down the image, brings up more of the grays. If I push contrast up, it brings up more of the black and white and kind of eliminates the grays. So again, I also want this to be kind of high impact, so that would also help. So for one of your pictures, you are going to save a version of this. So I'm going to save a JPEG. So again, there's my black and white version. I can go back to color if I want. But even in color, you can also bring in that brightness and contrast. So you can make things a little bit brighter. If you're dealing with the contrast, be careful if you don't push it too far where the image starts to break down. Again, just a little bit. I'll go the other direction. It's going to kind of dull the image a little bit. So right now, I'm just getting a little bit of a bump to the contrast. That's the way I like it. Then I would actually save a version of that as well. So there are basically the two edits that I want you kind of focusing on. First one being cropping. So eliminate information that's not helping the picture. Second one, doing a comparison between black and white and color. See if it has more kind of consistency, kind of pop for it in the black and white, but that way at least have a comparison. And then the color, you may want to do little bump up attachments in terms of your brightest contrast to well. Just don't push it too far to the extremes.